I just wanted to make a quick introduction basically to this video about how I did this 19-day expedition to Antarctica. Just kind of go over a few things that you might need, a couple things to watch out for, as well as kind of how the booking process works and then daily life on the ship. To start, this is a luxury cruise. This was one of the most expensive trips I ever bought. We were also the very first ship that was heading out. So November 1st all the way to the 19th. So it was a 19-day excursion on the water, starting from Ushuaia, Argentina, which is on the very southernmost tip of Argentina, and did a sail to Falkland Islands, did a few stops there, South Georgia, and then continuing onwards to the peninsula of Antarctica. So like I was saying, this is a luxury cruise, and even though it's a cruise, you think you'd still have to be physically fit in order to embark on this journey. Depending on the type of boat you'll get, there's probably about kind of 20 different varieties of boats here. They're all pretty stabilized and able to withstand some of the rougher seas. But you will have to get off the boat, you will have to get on a small Zodiac and make landfall wherever you are. The crew usually is really good about figuring out how many knots of wind are on the water and if it's safe to get off the boat. Don't be surprised if some days you're just not able to get off the boat, because the weather here is predictable yet unpredictable. It will change on a dime. So make sure you're able to walk, bend your knees, have physical capability to load on and off the Zodiacs. The boat will also sway from time to time depending on rough seas. This is something that that I've experienced. It's something that you just have to get used to. The Drake Passage is one of the most ferocious passages in the world, because that's where the Southern Ocean meets the currents of the Pacific and the Atlantic kind of collide all into this one little spot. So they call it the Drake Shake for a reason. So before you go on the journey, they always ask to make sure you get a doctor's like a wellness report, and also have traveler's insurance for any medical evacuations, loss of life, knock on wood, and basically any kind of injuries that might occur, because getting airlifted from that part of the world is extremely expensive, so you must have traveler's insurance. In terms of travel agencies, I can probably think off the hand probably about 5 just off the top of my hand. There's probably more, but they work with the operator. They make sure to get anything that you would need to come to Ushuaia. Make sure that you get there ahead of time, because sometimes Argentinian airlines, like in my previous video, they will go on strike with notice, thankfully. But it's always best to arrive, I would say, a few days earlier so you don't miss your boat. Anyway, before I get off on too many topics, I'll start the video, and I hope you guys enjoy. Hey, this is nothing. Got a little drinky drink. Damn, I look good. A nice fit right here.
Hello.
All right. We have a lovely view of nothing. But yeah, as advertised, we got a little book here with I guess just a little welcome statements. I'll look over that a little bit later. But anyway, this is me, and I have Raphael as as one of the other people, so I'm guessing it's gonna be all dudes in here. And I have a lovely view of an orca, so I'll pretend that's my window. But overall, this is a nice room. It's kind of as the picture showed. And one last thing is I do want to check the bathroom. I hope I don't have hairy roommates, but I like this. This is good. So I do want to showcase the
fact that we do have climate control in this room, as well as this little guy, which heats the floors in the bathroom right in here. So there's some heating elements. Flush toilet paper, you have hand lotion, soap, obviously, sink, and good water pressure on top of it all. That's right. Yes, here we go. Cheers. Wow. This is amazing. We got a pool. Okay, I will be seeing you
Wish you a safe and successful voyage. 我们代表船长回应，请全体船组人。
All right, so I gotta run back to the team meeting, but wanted to take one final look at Ushuaia. Today's kind of a nice rainy day. This is a beautiful, beautiful part of Argentina, and definitely encourage people to visit. It's the edge of the world, basically. I mean, ciao. It's Chilean side over here, but we're finally reaching the open waters. I'm guessing further out in the distance. Can't wait to get on one of these. So right here is Argentina, and over there is Chile. So they are cut right down the middle of this channel, which will again lead us out into the Southern Ocean.
But the rule books down here, the things we have to do, are very big. And the idea is this. You've probably heard before, with great privilege comes great responsibility. This is one of the greatest privileges anyone can have. And we really don't want to take things to Antarctica from South Georgia. Think of seeds. All right, think of a bagel with a little caraway seed on it. That's tiny. It looks like a piece of dirt, but that's a potential plant that doesn't belong somewhere. You think of a dandelion with its tiny little puffy seeds floating around. We want to make sure we're not taking any of that kind of stuff or diseases on our boots or anything, and so we'll do biosecurity sessions between each new general area.
Get off and come back from the ship. You have to step both of your feet, with the boots of course, we will provide you, inside this basin. And it's very important that you do this because you do not want to bring, say, certain microorganism or virus or bacteria from one side to the next. Yeah?
All right, so we are summoned, broken up to a couple groups. And we're gonna do a little biosecurity check on our clothes. So obviously we want to clean them, vacuum them, get rid of any seeds, any kind of dirt. So we're divvied up into 4 groups here. We got red, green, blue, and yellow. I'm on the blue team. Sun is coming out today. Basically all I have is my waterproof pants and the parka. Since it's brand new, I don't need to clean it. So basically what we're gonna have to do is just kind of go through, pick out some, anything like this, something that comes foreign material, hairs, things like that. So you've got all these brushing tools, trekking poles, and then we will go through pockets, Velcro especially, like here where stuff can get stuck. And do a little, little brushing action here. We're all said and done. Going to the mud room to get fitted for our boots. And this mud room is on deck 4. Ooh. Getting kind of close to the motion of the ocean here. Wow, okay. Alright, so we are all fitted, ready to go. Did our biosecurity. Made sure that we're nice and clean for when we disembark the boat at Falkland Islands, which is our first stop. Seas are nice and calm today. I actually just found out this ship is only 3 years old. It's built in April 2021, so finished. It is a beast. Probably say this too much now, but I consider myself very lucky to be here. Very thankful. Everything works out in travel. This is, you know, not a hard place to get to, but definitely a lot of hoops to jump through. It's an amazing experience. The people here, the crew, the captain, the food, have all been spectacular. The pictures that they show us and the experiences that are going to stay with me forever are going to be some of the best that I'll ever have.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to raise the toast for everyone on board, for our family, for our beautiful ocean victory, and for the weather. Cheers.
Cheers. Wow. Is that a cargo plane? Day number 3. Thank you, Francis. We are going to the mudroom. Made a little bit of a landing. Falkland Islands is on the west half. And apparently it's pretty windy, but we're gonna get on that Zodiac, clean our shoes, and check out some penguins and eat some pastries. Morning, sir. Good morning. Stepping inside, stepping inside. Thank you. Right here? All right, wow. First one. Okay. That was very exciting to watch, the symbiotic relationship with the Albatros and the penguins. Now, return to the Union Jack. We're gonna get some cookies. This little house, population of 2 people. Kiki and Tees. They live in this very quaint, modest home. Second breakfast. So obviously the wind picked up and the captain just said, hey, you know, finish your cookies and tea and get back to the boat because it definitely took an extra salty shower today. made it to our second destination here on day 3. It's called Saunders Island. This is what we call the neck. It's a little bit hard to see on camera, but it's a little bit of a white sand beach that kind of connects both of these two land masses. Again, the wind kind of did pick up, so they're averaging about 35 to 40 knots currently. So they gave us these lovely barf bags called Super Limp. This one, I'll just carry it just in case, but so far so good. Just kind of for reference as to where we are in this whole region. So we are very, very close to this little island right now. So it's called Saunders. This trek, which is going to be in literally 2 days worth of travel to South Georgia, is the most I'm excited about, because this is where all the wildlife lives. So, and then as we go back, we will travel down through all these little spots. So anyway, that's just the basic reference of where and when we would do. And this is, of course, the Drake Passage to get back to Ushuaia. Blue Team Assemble finally gave us the okay, so everything's good. We're gonna go down to the mud room. Come on. Got a whale skeleton. Look at that. Home sweet home. So we are hitting a little bit of rough seas right now. Kind of going up, going down. Like a poltergeist going on. That's post-Halloween. That's very post-Halloween. Learning to walk the whole time. Oh my god. Oh. Damn, okay. Day 4. Alright. So we just landed here in Stanley, Isla Malvinas, or the Falkland Islands. We also acquired one more passenger to our lovely cabin. Weather here today is a little cloudy, but excited. Yeah, awesome. Thanks, man.
All right,
good morning. Good morning.
Have a sit. Mostly is to this direction, the sights you want to see, the museum down by the water, the church, the clubs.
for all my peeps back home. It was only a matter of time before I saw these here. Mini.
The green one to
Green to red, yeah.
We are open, but I don't think we've got no fish and chips today.
Oh, okay.
Well, as long as you've got beer.
There's plenty of beer in there.
Thank you. Casinos. My calamari.
French calamari with the garlic.
Take a little swim.
Oh. Oh my God, what happened here? You want to get in? I mean, feels, is this chewing tobacco? Or just, no, this is probably just spice. Some final thoughts on Stanley, kind of a cool town. Realize my jug is also Stanley, because now we have 2 days as we're going to be on board to get to South Georgia. This has a dial tone, so you could actually call somebody.
You know what? In 2 weeks, it's going to be waiting for all of us. And then we can deal with it. My advice, and this is life advice. This has nothing to do with the trip, but in life in general, live in the moment, okay? We are here on a ship going to South Georgia. We've got albatross flying by outside, whales swimming along in the ocean, and that's what you came for? All the other stuff will be there later. It's not going away, unfortunately. So let's embrace this, let's enjoy it together, and then we can get back to the real world, even though I think where we are going is the real world. And it's amazing that we get to go there. Now, again, as I said before, nations as diverse as the United States, China, the Soviet Union, the UK, Argentina, they all agreed to set aside an entire continent of our planet, everything below 60 degrees south latitude, to share and to manage together. It's a natural reserve dedicated to peace and science, and it's a model for how nations can get along and have a common goal.
Saying goodbye to Stanley, Falkland Islands. Kind of a really nice town. This is actually going to be like pretty much our last interaction with civilization for the next 2 weeks. So we are passing this National Geographic cruise here. Almost about the same size as ours. Looks like they have a gym right there. Okay, guys. If only we can just fill up our hot tub right here, because right now the weather, everything is just lining up perfectly. Saying goodbye to Stanley. Good morning from day number 6 for the Ocean Victory. Today we actually moved an hour ahead, so we are very close to South Georgian Island. We slowed our ship down to about 10 knots to avoid any whale strikes. So we're gonna get a little lecture on Sir Ernest Shackleton, kind of his voyage out here to Antarctica. And we're also gonna do, probably in about 30 minutes, I'm gonna head up to the captain's quarters, the bridge, just to check out the equipment and see how basically the ship operates, which is kind of cool. That's kind of the thing for today, and then once we get all the biosecurity done, we should be arriving probably first thing tomorrow morning to South Georgia. And currently, from last I checked, the winds might be a little bit sketch, but we'll see. We'll roll with the tide and have ourselves a good old time. Alright, so the captain's quarters are awesome. The captain's amazing. Got to introduce the whole crew, how they operate. Unfortunately, it didn't allow any filming in there, which makes sense. But I got one with the captain. Very happy to meet him. Like I said, he is Ukraine, which I have a lot of love for. Right now it is starting to snow a little bit.
This is a friendly reminder that in 5 minutes we will be starting the lecture at
We're doing a lecture on Shackleton today, which is nice. It's one of the explorers here.
If you're feeling the motion of the ocean and not feeling very well, you always have the choice of watching our lecture from the comfort of your cabin on channel.
Right off in the distance is our first quote-unquote sight of land. These are called shag rocks coming out of the ocean. They're just these big mountains basically underwater that are just jetting out above the surface.
Know what's around you. Know what's behind you. That way, if you do have to move a little quick, you don't move right onto something else. And again, do not lie down. We've already said you can't lie down because of bird flu. Here, it's also dangerous to your livelihood to lie down, to sit down. Stay upright. Don't get down low and encourage interactions or possible charging of these animals.
All right, so we're finally crossing our 2-night threshold here in the sea. So we finally saw a little bit of land. Tomorrow morning, we're gonna wake up to the South Georgia Islands. Weather is supposed to be pretty choppy as we get in. We're gonna be on the east side, so it'll be, offshore winds are gonna be kept to a little bit of a minimum, but it'll be 46 knots is what they were calling for, so very choppy. I'm happy to go on land if they see it as a threat to both us, the animals, weather, I'm totally okay with staying on board. All right, so this is on day 7. We're gonna get up nice and early tomorrow, 6:30 to 8. We'll have some breakfast, and then we're gonna go to Salisbury Plain. That's our first. That's the one with the 45 knot winds. Hopefully everything will be all right, but plenty of wildlife to see. And then we'll go into Fortuna Bay, which is a few hours down the down the water, and get out. It should clear out, so recap and briefing, dinner, and that will be it. Good morning from day 8. We finally reached South Georgia. This is going to be the first port that we'll be in today. It is cold, a little bit sleety, but off in the distance I can already see the penguin colonies. With current conditions, got a little bit of snow, definitely the wind.
You can find another place to do some activities. Apologies for that, but yes, stand by for further announcements.
I'm canceling because it's too windy.
You're bullshit.
Oh, really? Oh, you can go to your room. I'm not joking.
Alright, so unfortunately, with the abundance of caution that they decided to cancel this first stop, the wind is actually picking up.
When the wind picked up significantly on shore, driving needles of ice into the expedition team.
Lovely.
and blowing in excess of 50 knots, including waves that were pouring into the side gate area of the ship. So unfortunately we will not be landing here at South.
That's how fast the weather can change here. That is impressive. So this is 60 knots right now.
As we make our sharp turn down the wind to get out of this position, the vessel will lift significantly, so please do not walk around if you are not having to, and keep one or two hands for the ship at this time, as we will be listing quite severely.
It's pretty wild. Here we got some frozen glass. Look at this huge monstrosity of a mountain. So we've landed at Fortuna Bay as our second stop. Wind is much cleaner here, but check this out. I can't believe it.
Welcome to Fortuna Bay, the site of our first successful landing. Follow the trail, stay with the group, and when you get past the beach, you gotta kind of go along the top of the beach, but when you get past that on the way to the King Penguin colony, and you get to the grassy plain, you can relax a bit, because the seals are concentrated down here by the ocean, waiting for the females to come to shore.
Hello. Want to know how to use this camera? Finally, as the wind died down, just real quick, first impressions of this place. Mind blown.
There you go, how was it?
Sir, oh my gosh. Everything I ever dreamed of. Yep. Okay, I gotta go say goodbye to this magical cove. Man, I had to run up here to really get a sense of the scale. Oh god, and it's slippery here. It's just spectacular. I'm crying a little bit, I'm tearing up. We have some alpenglow at the top. And the sun just decided to just come out and show off this beautiful part of the world. South Georgia, I love you.
That is just so beautiful.
This is the most beautiful place I've been in the world.
It's just incredible, isn't it? I'm so glad that the sun is
just peeking
out. It's amazing.
You know there's more to come, but I'm just gonna savor all this. Freezing my ass off, but this is so worth it right now. Keep places like this as pristine as possible, and it's our civic duty to keep them protected. Good morning, day 8. We are just about to pull into Great Austral, the official, unofficial capital of the South Georgian Islands. We're still going to try and land. There is a little bit of a biosecurity project here with the government officials, so they want to check, make sure we don't have any rats aboard, or anything on our Velcro, anything that we're going to bring that's a foreign kind of agent on shore. This is also where Sir Ernest Shackleton is buried. I'm trying to get away from this wind. There's a museum, there's a post office, and then there's people that live here that are scientists that work here. But in any case, after Great Austral, we're going to Jason Harbor, which is going to be a little bit more protected. And that's about it. So we will see you on shore. Awesome.
So we are gathered here today to commemorate one of the greatest leaders in polar exploration, and that coming from a Norwegian like myself, it's saying a lot. So let's bring a toast to the boss himself, and cheers.
Cheers, Ernest.
this is also one of the few bits that would have been open to the elements back in the time when the whaling station was operational. So this whole part of the whaling station would have been covered over in wooden decking. So the men would have been able to sort of step around that and move the rest of the stuff into the buildings.
Skulls. More skulls. Here's the king penguin felt. This feels weird. What the hell is this? Some stuff with nightmares here. So, location number 2, Jason Harbor. Northern side of Cumberland Bay, small bay extending west of Allen Bay. So, it's gonna be a little bit of a hike today. We're gonna see some petrels, king penguins, definitely the elephant seal, and fur seals as always. And I want to see a little bit of an albatross because these birds are just so big.
Welcome to Jason Harbor. A great place to hide from windy, nasty conditions. We still have the rain, but at least it's not as windy. And on the top of the cliff where you see all those people standing there. The trail will kind of go up the saddle behind the cliff, and you approach from behind to end up at the final, the long hike viewpoint.
I'm kind of back in Patagonia here. Some rain. The ground feels more like a slushy, wet carpet. This is looking more and more like March of the Smurfs. Group photo. Say no more. We obviously came from there. They were perfectly right. Protected on all sides. We got the right, left, front. Something off in the distance. This just looks like Colorado.
She's ready to drop that baby.
Alright. Oh, we're on here. Yeah, each place is just so unique. Good morning, day 9 on the Ocean Victory. We have made it to Gold Harbor, and what a golden day this is because it is sunny. There's maybe about 5 to 8 knots on the water, and I'm going to be checking these out for some little penguin colonies because there's quite a few wildlife. You can actually hear them from here. So last night we had a small little incident involving our stabilizer. The stabilizer is kind of below the ship, below sea level on the ship, that stabilizes the ship. So right now we're doing a little bit of rolling, but supposedly it's just the housing or just the stabilizer kind of itself got damaged. It was right around 2 o'clock at night. So it sounded more like a thud, big like. So ship is in no immediate danger, thankfully. But we're gonna make the best of it. Obviously, as again, this is a beautiful sunny day here. All the wildlife is out. I guess we'll go on shore pretty soon. We're gonna get some breakfast in and see you then.
The report from the beach is that it is quite surfy conditions on the beach.
Yeah.
We have a very limited operational area due to the intense concentration of wildlife. We have many elephant seals, including bulls, females, and pups, as well as a few fur seal bulls and lots of king penguins.
Okay guys, so we're just gonna offload you and you're gonna get a briefing on shore. Sit and slide, swing your legs out the other way.
Alright.
And hang on, there might be some big waves coming in, so hang on, you don't want to fall.
Oh damn. Hang on, hang on.
Round one, fight!
However, I have the unfortunate news to tell you that for all intents and purposes, the voyage has been canceled. As the captain alluded to earlier, as we get into an emergency situation and activate emergency protocols, then you have folks like ship management companies, ownership companies, the flag state that the ship flies under, as well as the classification society that has classified this ship to sail.
After some period of time, I will be on the PA system giving you updates. Yeah, therefore not to collect you all here. If I will get some information maybe. Otherwise, expedition leader Danny will, like my support, to communicate with you to deliver all the updated information. Thank you very much to everyone for understanding and your support, because it's, for us it's very important. Thank you.
So yeah, I mean, all heard the unfortunate news, but at the same time, this trip has been fulfilling in every sense of the word for me. Yeah, the crew and everybody has been fantastic here. The food, I mean, this is one of the most luxurious and the most rewarding cruises I've ever been on. Hats off to the team, hats off to the captain, hats off to everybody that works upon the Ocean Victory. Right. This is bittersweet.
This basically concludes my Antarctica excursion, minus the Antarctica. It was worth every penny for me, from the experience of the crew, the captain, the boat, the food, all the accommodations that came with, and especially the wildlife. When you're there on land with them, there's all this commotion and squeaks and squeals and grunts and all these things happening all at once. You really just get that raw feeling of nature. We were able to get on land. They got us a hotel for the remainder of the trip with full board. So essentially we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner all inclusive. And so they want you to be well taken care of, and I appreciate that. So they were very responsive. But now the work begins with my own travel agency to start the reimbursement process. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this whole video. Like I said, I just put everything together as best as I could to kind of showcase how everything went on the boat. It was a great crew, great passengers. Really have no regrets about it one bit. And yeah, and hopefully wherever I am in the world, maybe next year I'll give it a shot again. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.